And up next, we got Tatiana Suarez making her long-awaited return against Montana De La Rosa. And from a perspective, like fight breakdown perspective, I don't really have a lot to say about this one. It's kind of hard, in my opinion, to break down Suarez until we see her again. But one thing about her, man, you really got to commend her just for getting back in the cage, man. She's a pretty inspirational girl. I mean, you go and look at her story. She had cancer, came back from that. She totally blew out her knee, came back from that. She had a neck issue, came back from that, then totally blew out her knee again. And now she's making a return from that second total knee blowout. So it's hard to say she's going to come out and look 100% again, though. That's where I'm kind of struggling on the minus 750 and Suarez future champ and all that. I have to see her perform, man. I really do. I mean, she comes out here and she looks like the old Tatiana Suarez, where she looks like the Suarez that fought Carla Esparza, then yeah, I think she could become the champion most likely, especially at 115. But she's coming in this one at 125. She hasn't fought in a long, long time. She's 32 years old, so she's not necessarily young. And I just don't know how she's going to look. I mean, we all know that she has world-class wrestling, Olympic-level wrestling, and her ability to transition on the ground and just kind of blanket girls and eventually get them tired and either ground and pound them out or get the submission was incredible. I mean, she was one of the best, if not the best, female grappler we've seen to date in MMA, one of them. But I just don't know if she can summon that back up. I mean, even if you go and look at her last fight with who's the good Nina Ansaroff, Nina Nunes, she kind of struggled in that fight. She didn't have that same type of performance, and I know she had the injury kind of nagging at her, but I just hope that she comes in here and is at 100%, because if she's at 100% on the feet, she has that ability to control the distance, especially at 155 with her range and use the kicks, and then her grappling is just overpowering, man, and her wrestling is just incredible, so she could just get these girls down, squash them. I mean, we saw what she did to Carla Esparza, just absolutely obliterated her, and she destroyed Alexa Grasso. I mean, this girl has beaten some high-level competitors and made it look easy. So Montana De La Rosa, I mean, if she gets that version of Tati Suarez, I don't think she has much of a chance at all. I think she's going to get grinded into the dirt and probably finished on the ground. But if you get a lesser version of Suarez, then you have a big chance to get the upset. And you look at De La Rosa, she's one of these girls that's kind of a failed prospect, where came in the UFC initially off Ultimate Fighter, got some wins, and got in the top 15, had some hype, but recently she hasn't been able to get a win. In one of her last 4 fights, she's gotten a win. She's lost 2 out of her last 4, had a draw in there. Her last fight, she had the loss to Macy Barber, which was a bad look, where she kind of just got held against the cage the whole fight. And if you're looking at a fight like this, that's not something that gives you a lot of confidence. But De La Rosa has good wrestling background herself. She's 125 or 135, so she's probably going to be a little bigger. She has the reach advantage. She has decent kicks. She's southpaw. I think of pure striking, she has the better hands too. But we haven't seen Suarez striking in a long time. I mean, she could have leveled up the striking too. I mean, who knows? But with De La Rosa on the ground, she has decent jiu-jitsu, and her top game is pretty good. But she's not going to get on top of Suarez in that one. That one I almost guarantee you, unless a trip or she knocks her down or something. But I'll be very, very surprised. But I feel like I got to go with Suarez in this one. I'm going to say she's going to finish her in the second or third with that pace and grappling. But it's just a to be determined with me. I mean, I would never bet that minus 750. It's just, is she going to look like that, like she did when she fought before the Ansaroff fight? It's just hard to say. So I got Suarez. I'm going to say late second round, rear naked choke victory for Suarez. But yeah, let's see what she looks like.